Welcome back to our in-depth modules on mastering LLCs for real estate investing. Following Module 3, where we dove into the intricacies of naming and structuring your LLC, such as balancing branding for tenant attraction with legal compliance to avoid trademark pitfalls and choosing between holding versus operating models to isolate risks in your rental portfolio. Module 4 is about filing the LLC correctly. This is where the rubber meets the road by turning your planned structure into a legally recognized entity that can hold properties, secure loans, and protect your assets in the high-stakes world of REI. Filing is the gateway to credibility with lenders, title companies, and even tenants, ensuring your real estate ventures operate smoothly amid 2026's landscape of digital filings, heightened compliance under FinCEN rules, and economic factors like fluctuating interest rates that make quick approvals essential for seizing market opportunities. We'll explore this exhaustively, covering a detailed walkthrough of the articles of organization, the critical role of registered agents, and what truly matters in choosing one, common filing mistakes that can stall banking and lending processes, realistic approval timelines based on state variations, and the key state confirmation documents you'll receive. Additionally, we'll integrate practical options for filing, a step-by-step guide to doing it yourself for cost-conscious investors, and using services like Busy, or formerly known as InkFile, for streamlined assistance, all tailored to real estate scenarios. Drawing from real investor stories, pros, cons, and 2026 specific updates like faster online portals in many states and new beneficial ownership reporting, will make this digestible yet thorough, like a mentor walking you through a property closing. Remember, this is educational. Always verify with a professional, as state laws evolve like recent e-filing mandates in places like Texas. Let's get into it, ensuring every detail links back to building a robust REI foundation. Starting with the Articles of Organization walkthrough, because this is the cornerstone document that officially births your LLC, akin to a deed for your first property investment. In essence, it's a form filed with your state's Secretary of State or equivalent, like the Department of State in Florida, that outlines basic entity details, establishing legal existence and limited liability protection crucial for real estate holdings. As of 2026, most states offer online filing portals for speed, with paper options still available but slower. Key elements typically include your LLC's name and must comply with state rules like including LLC and being unique, and you should search state databases to avoid rejections. Principal office address, like a physical street address, not a PO box to signal legitimacy to lenders. Registered agent info, which is organizer's name and signature, which is you or your attorney. Management structure is member managed for most solo REI ops, or manager managed for partnerships, and purpose clause. You should keep it broad, like to engage in any lawful activity, but specify real estate if required, e.g., acquiring, holding, and managing real property. Fees range from $50 like Arizona to $500 like California, plus extras for expedited processing, $25 to $100. Pros. Once filed, it activates your liability shield, enabling property deeds to be titled under the LLC, which is vital for isolating risks like tenant injuries. Cons. Errors here delay everything, like incorrect names or addresses lead to amendments costing $50 to $200 more. In real estate, tie the purpose to real property investment, to align with lenders' expectations for mortgages. Story depth. Consider Rafael, a first-time flipper in Texas who filed his articles in 2025 via the state's SOS Direct portal. He included a specific purpose clause for residential real estate acquisition and renovation, which impressed his hard money lender during due diligence, securing a $200,000 loan at 1% below market rate. But he initially forgot to specify member managed, requiring an amendment that pushed back his closing by 2 weeks. Walkthrough steps. 1. Research state requirements like Texas Form 2052. Gather info like EIN if electing taxation early. 3. Complete the form accurately and use templates from state sites. 4. Pay fees online or by check. 5. Submit, often with e-signature, for 2026 digital mandates. For multi-member LLCs in REI joint ventures, list all members to clarify ownership for property tax purposes. With FinCEN's 2026 expansions, expect to file beneficial ownership info separately within 90 days of approval, disclosing owners with 25% plus stake. This document isn't public in all states, aiding privacy for high-profile investors, but always cross-check for REI-specific addendums like foreign entity quals if multi-state. Now, integrating the DIY approach. How to create the LLC by yourself is an empowering, cost-saving path for hands-on real estate investors who want full control without third-party fees, though it demands diligence to avoid pitfalls. In 2026, with user-friendly state portals and free resources like IRS guides, DIY is more accessible than ever, potentially saving $200 to $500 compared to services. Pros: no markup on state fees, deeper understanding of your entity for better REI management, and flexibility to customize. Cons: time-intensive like 2 to 10 hours initially, risk of errors delaying property acquisitions, and no bundled perks like EIN filing. Step-by-step for 2026. 1. Choose and reserve your name via state search, which is free online. Reserve for $10 to $50 if needed. 2. Select a registered agent, which is yourself if compliant, or a friend to ensure availability. 3. Draft articles of organization using state-provided forms and you can download from Secretary of State sites. Fill digitally. 4. File online or mail with fees like Florida, $125 online via sunbiz.org, includes transmittal letter. 5. Obtain an EIN from irs.gov, this is free, instant online for tax ID. 6. Create an operating agreement. There are DIY templates from sites like Nolo, customize for REI clauses like profit splits on flips. 7. Open a business bank account post-approval with confirmation docs. 8. Handle any local licenses like business tax receipt for rentals. For real estate focus, in Step 3, emphasize asset protection language. In Step 6, include succession for inherited properties. Story: Mia, a DIY enthusiast in Georgia, formed her LLC in early 2026 for a duplex rental by following the state's eCourt portal. She saved $300 versus services, used free IRS tools for her EIN, and drafted a simple operating agreement outlining rental income allocation. This hands-on process helped her negotiate better with a local lender, who appreciated her grasp of the setup, leading to a swift $150,000 mortgage approval. But she initially missed a signature, causing a 5-day resubmission delay, underscoring checklists. Tools like state webinars and PDF editors make DIY feasible. If you're stuck, hybrid with free consultations from sites like Rocket Lawyer. Ideal for small-scale REI, and you can scale up with pros later. For those preferring assistance, let's cover filing through Busy, which is a popular 2026 service, rebranded from InkFile, offering affordable, guided LLC formation starting at $0 plus state fees. Perfect for busy real estate investors juggling property hunts. Pros: free basic filing, meaning they cover prep or submission and you pay state fees. Bundled services like 1-year free registered agent, EIN, and operating agreement templates, plus lifetime compliance alerts, saving time for REI deal sourcing. Cons: upsells for premium features like $99 to $299 packages, add expedited filing, banking resolutions and less customization than DIY, not ideal for complex multi-state REI. Process in 2026. Sign up on bz.com, select state and package, provide name, address, agent, and they can provide for free first-year members and purpose that tailor to real estate investment. They prepare or file articles, handle EIN, and send docs, and the turnaround is 1 to 2 business days for prep, then state timelines. For REI, their real estate-specific guidance includes tips on S-Corp elections for tax savings on flips. Story expansion. Investor Kyle in Mississippi used Busy in 2025 for his rental LLC, paying just $99 state fee via their gold package, which is including banking setup that expedited his Navy Federal account opening, enabling a quick property purchase. The free agent service shielded his home address from public records, deterring tenant harassment, but he wished for more REI custom clauses. Still, it freed him to close 3 deals that year. Compare packages. Silver for basics, which is free. Gold is $199 and adds operating agreement. Platinum is $299, includes expedited and website, which is great for branded REI sites. In 2026, Busy integrates FinCEN filing for $190 extra, easing compliance, best for beginners, and you can pair with REI attorneys for tweaks. Moving to registered agents is what actually matters in this often misunderstood role. A registered agent is your LLC's official point of contact for legal docs like lawsuits or tax notices, required in every state with a physical in-state address. No P.O. boxes. and availability during business hours. What matters most? 1. Reliability, because missed service can default judgments in REI disputes. 2. Privacy, by using yourself exposes your address publicly, risky for landlords. 3. Compliance, because agents handle annual reports, freeing you for property management. Pros of pro services: $100 to $300 per year. Scanning or email forwarding, multi-state coverage for expanding portfolios. Cons: ongoing cost. DIY. You as agent. Saves money but ties you down. In REI, agents prevent personal service at home during tenant evictions. Story: Lena in Florida self-appointed in 2025 but missed a notice during a vacation, leading to a $5,000 default in a contractor lien, and switching to a $125 per year service like Northwest registered agent preserved her sanity and portfolio. Choose based on volume: low for DIY, high for pros. Filing mistakes that delay banks and lenders: these gremlins can halt REI momentum, turning weeks into months. Top errors: 1. Incomplete articles like missing signatures, fees, resubmit adds 5 to 10 days. 2. Wrong agent address, or if it is a PO box it rejects. 3. Name conflicts means you go back to square one. 4. No operating agreement because some lenders require. 5. Mismatched purpose, meaning vague versus REI specific. Impacts: banks like Chase need clean docs for accounts. Lenders flag delays as red flags, denying loans. Story: Victor's name error in California delayed his 2026 filing by 15 days, costing a hot flip deal, so avoid with double checks. Approval timelines vary: online 1 to 5 days for places like Delaware, mail 10 to 15 days for places like Florida, expedited 24 hours for 50 plazas. In REI, aim for quick to title properties. State confirmation documents: 1. Stamped articles or certificate of organization. 2. EIN letter. 3. Good standing cert use for banking or deeds. 4. Keep digital copies for 2026 e-verifications.